Hello there, Mr. Chan here for Algebra 1. Grab your note takers and turn to page 153 in your student companion. We are going to start 7-5, factoring x squared plus bx plus c. Factoring is a continuation of breaking down numbers and variables. We're basically dividing things into pieces. We have a little opener here. We have in front of us 4 puzzles shown here, and they're asked us to find solutions to those 4 puzzles. Now look at number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1 says, what 2 numbers multiplied together equal 15 and add together to equal 8? Number 2, what 2 numbers multiplied together equal 15, add together give you negative 16? Number 3, what numbers multiplied together give you negative 15, add together equal negative 2? And number 4, what 2 numbers multiplied together give you negative 15 and add together to equal negative 14? It looks like 15 and negative 15 are the key parts of this problem right now. So let's go ahead and enhance that. 15 for number 1. Number 2 is 15 as well. Number 3 is negative 15. Number 4 is also negative 15. What I'm going to do is list all the possible ways of multiplying 2 numbers together, give me negative 15 or positive 15. So let's do that. We'll pick the easiest one, 1 times 15, that's easy. How about 3 times 5? That works too. Now 5 times 3 is not needed because that's already the same. Neither it does 15 times 1. What about negative 15? Let's see. Negative 1 times 15. Negative 3 times 5, my bad. Negative 5 times 3 is another possibility. And finally, negative 15 times 1. I think those are all the possible ways of multiplying 2 numbers together to give you negative 15. Now, back to positive 15. Some of you might be thinking, wait, can I multiply 2 negatives together? And you're right. Negative 1 times negative 15, negative 3 times negative 5 gives you a positive 15. So right now I've listed 8 possible ways of multiplying factors together to give me either positive 15 or negative 15. So let's take a look at each of these pairs. Add together, add together, add together is the second clue in each of those puzzles. So here we want to see which one adds together for number 1 equal 8. Take a perusal through all these and, oh look, 3 plus 5 is 8. Ding, 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 ding. That's a winner. So when they ask us to find a solution, I'm going to jot that down for number 1. Very good. Number 1, the pair is 3 times 5 gives me 15. 3 plus 5 gives me 8, and we solved the number 1 puzzle there. Number 2, let's take a look at our clue here. Add together to equal negative 16. Okay, so positive 15, negative 16. Take a look through my 7 remaining choices here. Oh, look. Very good. Do you guys see it as well? Negative 1 and negative 15 will add up to give you negative 16. Let's list that. Negative 1 times negative 15 gives me 15. Very good. Negative 1 plus negative 15 all gives me negative 16. So ding, 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 ding. That's number 2. Do you guys see what number 3 will be? Give you a few moments to take a look there through our list of 6 remaining choices. Which ones add together give you negative 2? That's the key. Negative 2. Is this one over here? Yeah, negative 5 and positive 3 work. Negative 5 times 3 gives me negative 15. Negative 5 plus 3, opposite subtract, carry the sign of the larger, which happens to be the negative 5. That gives me negative 2, so that works there. So you're probably wondering why we're doing these kind of puzzles right now. And what we're doing is we're actually going backwards of the product of two binomials that we did a few sections ago. And when we multiplied those two binomials together and combined like terms, we would get a trinomial. And that's the name of this particular section. That trinomial is x squared plus bx plus c. We're just working backwards. It's a little bit trickier, definitely. All right, kind of jumped the gun there and kind of give you what's coming up on the next page. Number 4, let's see. Multiplied together to give you negative 15, and when added together, it will give me negative 14. Interesting. Oh, look, do you see it? In that list of 5 remaining pairs of numbers, there it is. Very good. Negative 15 times 1 will give me negative 15. Negative 15 plus 1 will give me negative 14. So the skills that we just acquired here uncovering these puzzle problems is what we're going to be basically doing when it comes to factoring x squared plus bx plus c. Notice the x squared part. Notice that we normally are used to the letter a in front of there. Here, for this section only, a equals 1. Just want to let you know the next section, a is not 1. It's a little more complicated, and we'll get to that complication when we get to there in the next section. All right, let's move to the next page here. Any questions, let me know. We can pause the video anytime. Here we go. All right. So, ultimately, we're going to factor these things called trinomials or quadratics. Write this at the top. For this section only, a is 1. Makes our life a lot easier. The key is to see what factors of c, when added together, will give me b. In the previous page, the opener, c was like the 15 or negative 15. And the b was where you added it together. Now, why do we do this? It's because from a previous section, when we multiply things, right? Something plus something times something plus something, we introduced the idea of FOIL, right? First, outers, inners, last. Okay? When we FOIL, we combine like terms at the end, whether we did it manually like that or with a box. The point is this. The inner and the outer terms add up to give you your middle term bx. Okay? So just like the opener, we were playing on 15s and negative 15s to see which one adds together to give me those numbers that we got for the 4 different puzzles. So hang in there, okay? Binomial times a binomial, we're trying to meet the middle term. This is the key now. This is a technique. All right? Let's try number 1 together. All right? Here we go. We will represent it using a table or a box and also using our generic binomial times a binomial. We're trying to work backwards now. Number 1a, write the factored form of each trinomial. X squared plus 13x plus 36. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Okay. So this is what we need to do. We need to figure out what goes into this particular binomial times a binomial. Okay? When we FOIL this, the first terms will always give you x squared. Well, if there's only one way to get x squared, that's x and x. That's an automatic for this section. Later on, it gets a little complicated when a is not 1. In this case, a is 1 in front of x squared, okay? 36 is what we need to focus in on. 36 is the last term. The last term multiplied together will give me 36. That is my key. This is the C value. This is the constant by itself. Okay? This is what we need to shoot for. What times what equals 36? So this is called the AC method. A in this case is 1. Note that. C is, in this case, 36. We need to look for all the possible ways of getting 36. What are all the possible factors of 36? They are, let's start listing them. Here we go. 1 times 36, 2 times 18. Now, what are we trying to shoot for? We're trying to shoot for the middle term. The middle term in this case is 13. Y'all see that? This is your B value. The factors of 36 when added together need to be 13. So far I'm looking at my first pair here. 1 plus 36 is 37. 2 plus 18 is 20. We're almost there. I'm actually going to list all the possibilities. And you can tell me to stop if you want to, but I'm pretty much finished there. Which of these pairs add up to give me 13? There it is, the fourth possibility right there. Hey, 4 plus 9 is 13. There it is. Now, why does this work? Let me show you. Let's put those right here, plus 4 plus 9. If you were to check this, you would do something called FOIL that we did last time, right? A few sections ago. There's my first term. Here's my outer terms. Here's my inner terms. You see those two middle terms there? They add up to the 13. And of course, here's my last terms. Oops. And lo and behold, 9 plus 4 is 13. It checks. Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your answer right there. X plus 4 times X plus 9. The order in which you put that doesn't matter, by the way. You can put X plus 9 times X plus 4. You'll get the same in the end. Okay? Now, the next section, I will show you how this relates to each other in a box. So don't worry about it right now. We will be using a hybrid box AC method later on. Right now, it's kind of simple. A is 1. You can actually just do a lot of this in your head, so to speak. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll pause anytime. 1B, here we go. Let's draw our binomial. Look at our A value here. A is 1. Oh, there's actually only one way to get x squared. That's x times x, right? There's really no other way. But I need to figure out what the heck times what equals 28. That's our C value here. When added together will give me 11, right? So in your head, think of all the possible ways of getting 28 there. 1, 28. We're trying to get 11 here, right? 2, 14, 4, 7. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. Ding, 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 ding. 4 plus 7 is 11. My middle term there. That's what I'm shooting for. And when multiplied gives me 28. Put them in there and you're done. Yeah, not too bad, right? Not too bad at all. We'll worry about the box stuff next time I see you guys in the next section. All right, that's all we're doing. Now, number 1A, 1B was basically where your values are all positive. What happens when you start getting negative situations? And that's okay. We just have to think of other possible ways. Kind of like when we had the opener, we had a negative 15 to worry about, right? All right, here we go. This is an interesting case. We need a binomial times a binomial. This is a situation where B is negative. So in this case, minus bx plus c. It's a minus plus situation, as you can see from 2a to b. If it's a minus plus situation, oh, by the way, There is a typo for number 2A that I noticed last year. That says plus 5. They meant to put plus 15. So fix that typo. Please fix that right there. Otherwise, we can't factor it. It won't work out. So make that into a 15, please, right there. Then life will be a lot easier. If you have a minus plus situation for 2A and 2B, note that our first terms has to be x and x, but our C value is a positive 15. How the heck can you get a positive product, but your sum are negative? There's only one possibility. Your factors have to be both negative, okay? Both of them have to be negative for 15. Negative 1, negative 15, negative 3, negative 5. Oh, there it is. Negative 3 plus negative 5 is negative 8. Ding, 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 ding. There it is. So when you have a minus plus situation, both your factors have to be negative, and that's it. You don't believe me? Try it out. I mean, if we did this in a previous section where we had to do multiplication, you would draw the box and you would write down x minus 3, x plus 3, oh, sorry, x minus 5, I meant to say. And use FOIL, right? X times x is x squared. X times negative 5 is minus 5x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And of course, negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. And it's always easy and quick way to check all those, right there. Oh, there, look at that. The O and the I add up to negative 8x. There it is. This is a check. You don't have to do this. I just want to show you that in a box. All right. Let's try number 2B. We have our A1 again. That's easy. So that makes our life easier in the front of each binomial. That's just x times x. There's only one way to get x squared. That's x times x. Ooh, 42. Definitely need both negatives there. And my middle value is negative 13. Keep that in mind. So we have 42 broken down will give me, let's see, negative 1, negative. You don't have to do all the possibilities if you can just jump to it right away, right? Negative 1, negative 42, negative 2, negative 21, negative 3, ooh, negative 14, negative 6, oh, there it is, negative 6, negative 7, yay. So I remember doing this in middle school, learning how to factor, and it was a lot of work. I remember that. All right. So that's that scenario, folks, minus plus. The first scenario, if you will forgive me, it's just plus plus. This is where you have minus plus. Ooh, number 3. What happens if your C value is negative? That's what that means right there, negative. Whereas before, it was your B value now is negative. All right. So here we have a plus minus situation. Okay. If you have that situation, that means one of your factors is negative, one of them is positive. That's all it is. No big deal. Back to A again. A is 1, so that's easy. There's only one way to get x squared, of course. That's x times x. Negative 14, oh, I need one positive, one negative. Let's list all the possibilities there. And our target, of course, is negative 15. That's what we're trying to add up the factors to be equal to. And a lot of times you'll hear me say, call this guess and check, right? So in this case, negative 14, what are all the possibilities? And by the way, this, I'll eventually mention, this is A times C. 1 times whatever, okay? A times C. I should probably emphasize that from earlier too. Sorry about that. Just want to list it for the video so I don't get in trouble. All right. A in this section is just 1. You'll find out soon enough. Next section, A could be something else, and that can complicate things a little bit. All right, negative 14. If you know the answer, shout it out. All right, and we'll pause the video and check it. Negative 1, 14. Nope. That's 13. Negative 2, 7. Oh, so close. There it is. I got a positive 5. I just need a negative 5. Maybe just switch the sign there. Oh yeah, there it is. Yay. I'm going to list out the rest of it just to leave it on the video there. There it is, -7, +2. Winner, winner, there it is. The inner and the outers do add up to -14. You can always check if you need to. All right. Number 3B is next. This is how we're doing today. You're kind of getting the hang of it. I mean, if your factoring skills, meaning your division skills, are not the greatest, you're going to have to brush up on that, of course. Our C value in this case is -16 for number 3B. We're trying to shoot for, of course, +6 this time. You notice something interesting. In the last problem, I had a -7, +2, right? The bigger number was negative because my middle value is negative. In this case right here, for 3B, 6 is positive. My bigger number should be positive in order for it to subtract away. So here my AC value is -16, -116, nope, -2, 8. Stop. There it is. There's my pair. When added together, will give me +6. Some of you might keep going actually with all the possibilities, and that's okay too. I'll list the rest of it just to show you that they are there for you to think through in your head. But there's your answer for the most part from 3B. Yay. Let's get to number 4 then. We're going to skip habits of mind at the bottom of this page. Next page. All right. Number 4. Write the factored form of each trinomial. Oh boy. This trinomial has 2 variables. Now I remember running across this when I was a kid. What our teacher told us back in the day was, notice the letter y right there and y squared. Just ignore it. Ignore the other variable for now. And put it back in later. So ignore the variable temporarily. It makes life so much easier. Same process. Pretend the y's are not there. Pretend this is x squared plus 12x plus 32. Just like the last 6 examples we just done, go through the whole process, okay? All right. There's only one way to get x squared, x times x. Let's take a look at our 32. Let's do our AC is 1 times 32 is 32. In this case, it's 1 times, we're trying to shoot for 12, by the way. All right, 12 is our sum we need to get to. 2 and 16, 4 and, oh, there it is. 4 plus 8 is 12. 4 times 8 is 32. So when I put down +4 plus 8, what did we leave out temporarily? The letter y. And that makes life so much easier. Woohoo! And if you don't trust me, you can always check, right? Throw it in a box, I don't care. Check it. Check it. x4y, x8y. Multiply all that. Yeah, why not? X squared, 8xy, 4xy, 32xy. Oops, sorry, y squared, I meant to say. And yay, lo and behold, 4 plus 8 is 12xy. There they are, x squared, 12xy, 32y squared, our original problem, not too big of a deal. Letter B, I'm going to do the same thing. Ignore the letter y, the second variable. It's just so much easier. Oh, this is a minus plus situation. Fine, fine, fine. There's only one way to get x squared, of course. That's x times x. Nice. 21. This is a minus plus where both my terms have to be negative, right? So that's the case here. AC 21. -1, -21, -3, oh, there it is, -3, -7, yay, winner, winner. That's what we're trying to shoot for right there. That's going to be -3, -7. Don't forget what we just leave out, the letter y, okay? Not too bad. You guys ready for the last page? Let's do it. Not too bad. This is a pretty relatively short section, but it's brand new. It's brand new. I'm skipping example 5. Don't worry about that. We're going to jump in the habits of mind. We'll jump to the last page. Here we go. List the pair of factors for C for each trinomial. Okay. The letter C, of course, is referring to the last right there, 16. And which one adds up will give you 17 is the deal here. Okay, so all the possibilities of 16, I need to shoot for the 17 right there. Okay, so here they are. Oh, what? Can't be that fast. 1 times 16 is 16. 1 plus 16 is 17. Done. That was pretty easy. No way. Next one. Think of all the possibilities of negative 21. When added together will give me 4x. Okay, that's fine. Negative 1. If you know it, yell it. Yell it out. Negative 3. Oh, is that it? Negative 3 and 7? That works. Yay. I mean, just stop. You don't have to do more. Once you find it, you don't have to keep going. All right, number 7. For each trinomial, tell whether the factored pairs of C will be both positive, both negative, or opposite signs. Okay. Oh, we have a minus plus situation here. I need the two terms to be both negative, right? Negative times a negative is positive. That's what we're shooting for here. And a negative plus a negative is a negative. So here in the case, we need both negative. Yay. All right. Ooh, plus minus situation. Interesting. This case, my C value is a negative, which means one of them is negative, one of them is positive, which means both of them have to be opposite signs. And that's the key right there. That was not too bad. Oh, complete the table for factoring the trinomial x squared minus 7x plus 12. Interesting. They went ahead and listed all the possibilities of positive 12. We're trying to shoot for negative 7 as my B value right there. They kind of like filled a bunch of this together. So look at the first row here. Negative 1 times negative 12, first row, is positive 12. Negative 1 plus, because negative 12, because we're looking for the sum, is negative 13. That's what they just want us to do, okay? Look at the second row and the third row. They've already done negative 2 times negative 6. We're missing something here. What times what equals positive 12 when added together will give me negative 7. I can only think of one possibility. That's a negative 3 and negative 4. Yay. We are done. Thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions. Not too bad. New skill though, you gotta learn this. This will definitely carry us to the next section, which gets a little more complicated when A is not 1. Well, thank you very much. Have a good day. See you next time.